Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to be covering how to set goals that you actually want to achieve. Now, in the last episode, we talked about the habits that were associated with your potential dream life. Now, you may already have a goal, but if you don't, this episode is going to really show you how to set goals that you actually want to achieve in a value-based way. Quite often, we will set goals or work towards something where deep down we don't actually know if we want to achieve them, sleepwalking towards a goal which doesn't align with our values. If you already watched the episode on strategic habits, then this is going to be a great addition, but it doesn't matter whatever order you watch them in, they're both going to be useful. So today I'm going to show you a simple and effective way that you can set goals that you'd actually want to achieve. I'm going to be using Canva and ChatGPT, but you could also use Google Docs. You can do it on paper. You don't have to use AI. You can do it with a voice recorder. All these other tools can do it, but this is just the way that I'm doing it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what we're looking at here is a master values sheet. You can get that via the links in the show notes, and you got all the kind of main ones that you would expect: achievement, awareness, curiosity, equality, empathy, all those kind of ones. And then you do have an option down here. If you want to add in others, you can do, if you've got more ones that are more specific. The thing with values is that they're kind of open-ended and you can customize them however you want. So if there's one here that doesn't quite capture what you're looking for, then you can add that in. So I've got some examples here of examples of custom values. Essentialism, which is related to the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, which is something I've been working on, which is like focusing on the most important task of the day, cutting out all the rest of the stuff. And then we've got others like contrarian thinking, non-optimization, if you're the sort of person that's always optimizing and you want to kind of unoptimize. Public building stuff in public, kind of what I'm doing here. But you might have some that will be more applicable to your own situation. So what I've done is I would start with 15, highlight 15 that seem to align with you, and then from there, choose 10. So these, I've just picked random ones because I've already done this for myself. So we're gonna do a sort of brand new value-based 3-year vision together. So if we've got achievement, accountability, compassion, comfort, community, friendships, faith, I'm going to just select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then on here, this is in Canva, but you can of course do it in Google Docs, Word, whatever. You could print it off and just highlight or circle them. You don't have to do it this way. So now we're left with friendships, faith, intimacy, motivation, meaning, peace, love, mindfulness, making a difference, recognition. Sounds like a pretty solid foundation for values. The cool thing is like all of these are good values to have, and it may seem like you want to select all of them, and you are obviously going to have like elements of all these others in your life anyways, probably, but it's like what are the ones that you're really looking to work on in this next period. I would advise that you pick a 3-year time horizon. 5 years just seems like quite far off in the future. 10 years obviously is very far out, but I think, was it Bill Gates who said we tend to overestimate what we can do in the short term and underestimate what we can do in the long term. So if we can get to a place of more long-term thinking, then you are going to have an advantage over other people who think in much shorter time horizons. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't be tight with goals and stuff and trying to set deadlines to bring us toward it sooner. But I think by having that little bit of an expansive sort of view of okay, what could life look like in 3 years' time, that gives you a little bit of space around that sort of end goal. And then you can start working towards it and you might achieve it much quicker anyways. So I've got these here. I'm just going to Control C to copy these, and then I've got this document set up here for 3-year vision. And then this should work if I Control Shift V. Oh, okay, it's a little bit all over the spot. Let me try something else. No, it's done it in there. What I want to do is get rid of the formatting, so it just drops these in as headers. Just going to ask ChatGPT. You could just do this manually. I'm just lazy. Put these into a unformatted list, and then if I put that in like that, see, they're all over the spot. But let's give us bullets. I wonder if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I wonder if those bullets will come across. So I'm going to copy that and then come back into here. Let's try again. There we go. So, and then what it's done here is I've got it on this H2 heading, which if I hit return, yeah, cool. So now it's got anything underneath that is in like the normal body text. So then what you can do is based on these values. So we've got friendships, faith, intimacy, love, mindfulness, meaning, making a difference, motivation, peace, recognition. And then what you want to do is visualize, think about each value in 3 years' time and what you want it to look like. So with friendships, we could start with in June 2020, what is it? 6 and 8. I live a rich life that is centered around friendship. And then you could add in something more custom. I see my closest friends a few times a week, and if we don't get chance to connect physically, because you've got to be like realistic, we always make an effort to chat over the phone or talk shit to each other in the WhatsApp group. And then you could get even more granular with like how that wants to look for you. So you could pick out particular friends, really get to how you think that life would look in your ideal world. Now, and also you may want new friendships. So I'm spending time with old and new friends. My older friends make me feel safe and remind me of home. My new friends push me and help me get towards my goals. Something like that. If you're anything like me, that might be kind of like the sort of dynamic that you might get. You know, your older friends, everyone's on these like different levels. Some people aren't as like crazy about goal settings, and then if you're wanting to like improve yourself and stuff, maybe you're looking to find other friends that complement your movement towards more this self-improvement, goal setting, achievement thing. Now, of course, like your 3-year vision might not be all to do with achieving stuff or whatever. It might just be, I want to have a beautiful family life, whatever. It doesn't have to be all like goals, but I guess goals don't have to be like monetary or achievement or anything like that. That's the point here. As much as like those are mine, I need to remember that everyone else has different ones. So this is for everyone. Now, I would suggest, of course, if you're listening to this on audio, especially, when I did my 3-year vision, I took out all the values and I put them in a note in my phone, and I went on a big old walk. And then I do this quite a lot. And then I just set my voice recorder going. Now on Google, you can use Google Recorder and it does it into a transcript. And imagine there's a version for Apple, or there might be an app out there. Or even then you could just record the audio and then put that into, find a converter online. They'll actually transcribe it, something for you. But if this stuff is kind of hard to tease out and you need a little bit of time to sort of marinate and sort of get away from your desk or from home or from your busy life or whatever, then you can head out for a walk, take those notes with you, or you can like write this in a journal, whatever's the best thing for you to explore new ideas. And maybe you need to find out for yourself what exactly that is. And that's cool. Just experiment with different ways. But I really like taking a walk and then just voice noting to myself. So whilst I'm walking, I'm kind of just thinking about friendships. Like, what do I want? What do I currently have? What do I need? What would improve my life? Like, how do I see that playing out? And then you can just do the same around these other ones. And we have faith, intimacy, love, mindfulness, etc. So what I'm going to do here, just to like speed things up, and you could actually do this as well if you're really struggling. If you're really struggling to come up with ideas, then use AI to give you some pointers. So what I'm going to say here is I'm putting together a 3-year vision based on a list of values I aspire to. I've started the first one. Here's what I've got so far. Can you put together a vision based on these values that is inspiring? Keep each section fairly short, so our end document is 2 to 3 pages, or 1 to 2 pages total. And then I'm just going to paste in all that. So we've got the 3 vision friendships, and I've put what I've already put, and I've got intimacy, and I've got all these other things. Let's see what it comes up with. Here's your expanded 3-year vision based on your values. It's tight, direct, and keep things human and focused. In June 2028, I live a rich life that is centered around friendship. I see my closest friends a few times a week. If we don't get a chance to connect physically, we always make effort. That's basically what I said before. I didn't know if it was going to change it. Faith, my faith is steady. I don't need to shout about it, but it grounds me. I've built a quiet rhythm of checking in, some mornings, some nights. I trust life more. Bit weird. I don't panic like I used to. I trust there's a bigger picture even when I can't see it. Okay. Intimacy, I feel seen in my closest relationships. I'm not performing, it's just me. I have honest conversations, even the awkward ones. There's real closeness. I feel wanted and known. Sex is great, hello, but intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. And I've stopped settling for shallow. All right. Love. Love is active in my life, not just a word. I express it, receive it, and let it change me. I show up for people. I let them in. I don't waste energy on relationships that drain me. The love I give and get feels healthy and strong, not needy, not confusing. Okay. Mindfulness. I live slower, not lazy, intentional. I take breathers. I unplug often. I check in with my thoughts instead of reacting from them. I feel more aware where my time and energy go. I enjoy moments more because I'm actually present for them. Meaning, my work conversations and time aren't just filling space, they matter. Stop chasing things that look good on paper, feel hollow, and do things that feel aligned like that. When I look back at a week, I see purpose, not productivity. That's cool. Making a difference. I'm using my skills to lift others, whether it's through my work, my voice, or how I show up. I contribute. I don't wait for permission. I mentor, support, build. My work creates ripples I never fully see, and I'm good with that. Interesting. I wake up with a sense of drive. This is motivation, sorry. I wake up with a sense of drive, not every day, but most days. I've built habits that keep me going even when I'm tired. I know what I want. I know why I want it. I'm not just busy. I'm focused. I don't waste time dragging my feet. Peace. My mind isn't a war zone anymore. Sure, stuff still gets to me, but I recover faster. I've created space in my life for calm, quiet mornings, slow evenings, clear boundaries. I'm not addicted to the chaos anymore. I crave peace and I protect it. Like that. Recognition. People see me. My work speaks for itself and it gets noticed. I'm not chasing validation, but I'm not hiding either. I own my wins. I speak about what I do with pride, not ego. The right people know what I bring and they say it out loud. So that's pretty good as like a first prompt as well. And then what you can do if you're not used to doing this, although why won't it let me? Tools. Huh. Normally you can edit in this, but I've got it in temporary chat because I didn't want it to bring in any of my details. I wanted it to be more of a blank canvas. But then, by the way, Canva is really good for copying and pasting this stuff in. So let's just grab all this and then copy and then back to here. I'm just going to drop it in like this, see what happens. Boom, look at that. All I did is control V and it's already like picked out the headings. Okay, so that's cool. So we will roll with that one. And then if you then wanted to edit anything, I would obviously suggest that you do have a look, like try and get it to be as much you as possible, but don't get like overly the top on trying to make this too perfect. Just start with something. Spend a bit of time on it because you want to make sure you're chasing a life that you want, but you can always like update this. So you could put like 3-year version 1.0, and then sometimes I'd just put in like last update 27th of the 6th 25. So then it means, you know, if in 3 months time or whatever you want to come in and just make a little edit to it, I would suggest printing this out and put it on the wall as a nice thing to just like reflect on it like once a week or as often as you can. Have a look at it, and also just a good thing to do is like pick out bits in particular that seem to like call to you and then focus on them. But here we are. So we've got a 3-year vision. Let's say that's all finished. And then what we can do is you can just leave it at that. But if you're wanting to go a little bit further with it, if I copy this now, and then last week I shared how you could get access to this Canva dream habit life goals thing. And what I'm going to do is pull it into here and just paste it. So now we have 3-year vision. So just above this habit chart thing. And then from there, we can start to color it up a little bit. So you could take one of these like Polaroid things. So let's take one of these images. Sorry, I'll zoom in a little bit. And then pull it up here. And then what you want to just start doing is just creating this into a bit of a mood board and bringing it to life. So on your friendships, if you have the pro version of Canva, I don't know if you can get it on the free version. Go over to this photos bit and then just type in friendship. Or of course, you could get actual pictures of your friends. You can use Google Photos. You can print off things out of magazines or whatever, whichever you prefer to do. So we could do, that one looks kind of cute. And then here, you just drag it onto this thing. You can get templates of this whole thing. If you send me a DM on Instagram, I will send you that across. Or if you check out the habits episode, I have more information on that as well. And then you can just really flesh this out however you want. So you don't have to have it in this like super strict way of having your Polaroids. But I quite like it because what it means is when you're working on different elements, you can just like drag them into the habits that you're working on. So if we have friendships, and then let's do like faith, pull that into there. If you're wondering how to do these little things, by the way, you just type in frame Polaroid. Oh, not in photos, in elements. And what you're looking for is this green background where it's got where it says frames. So then you click on that, and then that's how you can then just pull in pictures. So we'll do one more. Let's go to photos. Why can I never see it? Intimacy. That was pretty intimate. Drag that onto there. And there we go. So then we're just starting to really like bring this to life. I know they're only stock photos there, so it's not like mega exciting, but you can just go to town on this and put whatever you want in. You can draw things, and just have fun with it. But also, what you can do is another idea that I've been playing around with. Go to GPT. It's already got your 3-year vision. And then I would say, create me a DAL-E image vision of all of the above 3-year vision. Oh, I'm in a temporary chat, so it won't allow it. Okay. So go into GPT, create me a DAL-E image vision of the following 3-year vision. And I've put it's not my vision because I don't want it to save it as like knowing stuff about me. So if we go to, where is the double click, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and then okay. And I'm going to use, if you've got it, Mini High, 04 Mini High, I think is best for DALL-E images. See what it comes up with. Okay, it took a little while to load, but we got here. So it's done it in like this cartoonish style, which is like okay. So, but I would prefer it to be a little bit more realistic. So that's where I would say, like, if you have a picture of yourself, I've just pulled up one here, just as man. I'm just going to use snipping tool. And then grab this picture. Can you make it more photorealistic? Here is a picture of the person I'm doing it for. Make it look a bit like them. Control V, paste it in. Let's try it now. Another way you can make this mood board look a little bit more exciting is if you go to, just type in frame in elements, and using these ones with this like green landscape background, see all, and then they have like more, you see like these like cutouts, so you could do something, maybe use that one. And then if you right click, detach image, and then position that to the back. And then now we can't see that, but if we, what could we do? Effects. Let's do outline. Alrighty. Black outline, white outline, green. Looks kind of cute, doesn't it? Let's stick with white. And then thickness. Oh, there you go. So now it's like, looks like cut out paper kind of thing. So we've got, so we could have this in here. And then maybe try one that's slightly different, like this one. And then we could detach image from this one and pull it over into that. So now we've got, and if you double click that and then drag, you can like move it around. So then you can see like this Bible there. Position to back. And then maybe put that one forward. Oh, but we want our text always at the front position. To front. There we go. So you can see how you could start to build that up and make it look quite cool. How's it getting on with that image? Oh, okay. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And we can just pull that GPT image. Oh, if we go to uploads and then drag that over to there. Like ChatGPT and Canva combined, like, is so good because you can get so much cool content and then pull it over and then customize it a little bit, and it's just going to set like your work apart from other people, and also be able to leverage AI at the same time. So let's pull this one in, and I suppose that one you could just position to back, something like that. But whatever, start building that out. And then you could even ask it, rather than a mix of photos, create one image of a scene that incorporates all values. So once you have this vision board kind of built out, you've got your text, you've got the images that'll help you like bring it to life a little bit. Obviously these are just stock, so it's not going to like inspire you massively, but try and find things that really like get you going, whether it's like if you want to travel more, like a picture of an African safari, like for me, like that gets me going. And then what you can do is you can still use these, any image, you can then just right click, detach, and then when you're ready to pull it into your habit board, you just drag it on top of one of these, and then we would rename it friendship. And then you can check out my other episode, which went into building habits around your dream life. Okay, this is kind of cool. I like the one image. Yeah, you've got like friends in the background there. You've got like spirituality. He's got his WhatsApp group there with his candle. Yeah, I prefer that than the like the other style it had. So let's save that. And then like now, to be honest, it's like looking a bit of a mess now. So what we could do is just take this as the main one. And then take that text and put it on top. Oh no, something like that. But it just allows you to get more visual with what it is that you're looking to achieve. And then from there, you can then take them, put them into these little Polaroids and start building out the habits. But check out the other episode on habit creation if you haven't already. And don't forget, if you want to join my brand new free habit building community, you can find me on Instagram at Awaken Out of Jason, or follow the links in the show notes and send me the message habits to request free access to my habit building community. I hope this was useful. Let me know what you think. If there was anything there that was unclear, then feel free to reach out and ask me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.